Alright, let's get this started. Today's lesson is chapter 7.7. That concludes this chapter 7's, and today we need both ruler and if you need so calculator. Honestly, without the calculator, we can still do a mental math, but still. Right, so the the workbook page you need to go is page 204. And there are several examples over there, but I kind of recommend you to take out a blank pieces of paper because I am going to go through my own example, if you will. I want you to draw a parallelogram as a first. Okay. So right now I have a parallelogram. Let's just ignore this line if you will. And I'm going to readjust the screen. I want you to draw two lines. One I'm going to call it D1 and D2. And then I want you to draw transverse line segment. Now, there's only two angles that is given, 51 degree down there. How can we measure each of those line segment? Well, here's the thing. Everything is parallel. As you may notice, the horizontal lines that you see on 1, 2, 3, 4, those are basically line segment that are parallel to each other. You can also find those pair using the diagonal line on the left side, middle, and right side. Now, if you look at some of those clues, can you see that 51 degrees located over here, and my corresponding angle is located at theta 1, right? In parallel line, these corresponding angles are equal together. So, theta 1 is equal to 51 degree. Now, followed by, do we know any type of opposite angle? Yes, we do. We know that this 51 degrees should also be bestowed for my opposite angle, theta 4. Now, that means these two will have its corresponding pair, or number ones have its opposite that corresponding, which is theta 7. That should be also 51. And theta 7 opposite side is also 5. So, long story short, 1, 4, 7, 5 should be all equal to 51 degree. Now, how can I know the other angle? Well, look at these relationship. Angle 1 and angle 2 are horizontal line having angle. That means those two should be added up to 180 degrees. So, you can say theta 1 plus theta 2 should be 180 degree, which means theta 2 is 180 degree minus 51 degree. So if I do 180 minus 50, which you can use calculator or any type of mental math, in the end it will give you 129 degree. And that is significant because that means now I know my 129 degree, which is theta number 2. So I'm going to write down over here, theta 2 is 129 degree. And that should be also equal to my opposite angle, which is theta 3 over here. Now, do we have any type of alternate angle? Yes, we do. My opposite and corresponding, which is theta 8 over here, which should be also equal to my 129 degree. And does this theta 8 have an opposite angle? Yes, we do, which is theta 6. So, long story short, as a conclusion, angle 1, angle 4, angle 5, angle 7, 51 degree. Angle 2, angle 3, angle 6, angle 8 should be 129 degree. There you go. That is one of our conclusions. Now, let's solve another question. This question is located on page 205. And I am going to create my example. So as you may notice, I have few clues that is given. Angle that is given in here is 60 and 90, 90, 90 degree. Well, because it's a square and rectangle situation. So how can we know this relationship? Well, first thing first, rectangle means horizontal lines are basically parallel to each other. And that's a key thing, because if I extend this line beyond those parallel line segment, here's what happened. I'm going to also extend these horizontal line. Let's just pretend it exists. You may notice that this angle that you see from dotted line is an opposite angle, so that's also 60. And this is parallel line, so if I just bring that location down, this angle over here turn out to be 60 degree. Why? It's because it's corresponding angle, but if you look at the given perspective, that's also opposite and then opposite and then corresponding because of that transversal line. So long story short, this 60 and that 60 is known as alternate interior angles. So you know that is 60 degree. What about this angle over here? Well, that's 90 minus 60, so it's 30 degree angle. So you have basically every single clue that you can find from these examples. So your to-do list is basically complete page 205 and 206. Do all question please. And today's lesson was short because last lesson we covered a lot. And that's today's lesson.